What's up, everybody? I'm James, and today I'm your host for SIDE CHATZ. Today is actually season 2, episode 1. Now, Kelvin's obviously taking a break. I have actually the honor of bringing in and also speaking to, taking it back with my good friend who just came back from the US, Kelvin, who is the founder of Identity. So we're going to put him in the ice bath, ask him a few questions, find out what he loves about the US, what he misses about Singapore, and some great advices that could potentially help you guys in your business. Kelvin, come on in.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Welcome back, man. How's the jet lag?
It's not too bad. Yeah. I'm still surviving, I think.
Surviving? Okay.
Yeah, it's day or night now.
Yes, we'll get there. So, actually, fun fact, Cold Plunges will actually help you with your jet lag. So hopefully today, the few minutes we have here, help you sleep better tonight.
I hope so too.
Okay, great. So usually what we do is this. We have a colder tub and a pretty cold tub. About 1 degrees-ish, I would say. Yadavan knows better than me, but I'm assuming it's 1 degrees. Hovering maybe between 5 to 10 degrees, depending how much ice is melted. Which one would you like? I'll let you take the pick since you're the guest.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Let me feel.
Okay, take a feel, yeah.
Oh, it's really cold. I've done a 10 degrees one, but not this. Okay. So
you've done a cold plunge before.
Yeah, many years back.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay, so then your experience, you take that one. I will take this one.
All right.
Cool. Let's do it.
I hope I survive.
Feet first. Right. Have a seat, and then we're gonna acclimatize, slowly get in all the way. All right.
Okay.
So.
Ooh.
It's nice, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. I'm starting to feel.
Tickles the toes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh. So this is what it feels like to be Yadavan. I mean, usually I would try to go in all in one go, but Yadavan likes to, ease his way in. So.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice experience. It feels good. Yeah. How's it feel?
I don't know, man. It's like this tingling sensation.
Oh, yes.
This is really cool. I think this is less than 5 degrees.
I believe we checked. It's 1 degrees. Don't quote me on it. 1 or 2. But either way, it's still pretty cold.
It is. It is.
Cool. So, Kelvin, I know you're an avid diver. You enjoy the water. How does this feel? How do you like it?
Wow, this is totally different. Diving, you have a wetsuit on, you're distracted by all the other stuff, but this is different. This is like, now I'm in it without the wetsuit and it's really cold.
I got a gift for you.
Oh,
these booties,
okay.
Might look familiar.
Yeah, it does.
It will help with the pain.
Let's try them on. Let's see if it gives me some
technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I could feel my toes getting numb.
Oh, that's
snuggy.
That's weakness leaving the body, as we say, right?
Yeah.
Pain is temporary. Glory is forever. There you go.
All right. Doesn't help too much, but still, yes.
Better, right? Awesome. Kelvin, tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about Identity. What is it? And what do you do? Love to get to know more about you as well.
Yep. Yeah, sure. So Identity is my new venture that I'm doing right now. It's my 6th company. I've done 5 previously. Mostly focused in Asia. But this Identity is the one that I'm bringing to the US as a launch market first instead of launching it in Asia.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Identity is very much about cybersecurity. We're trying to help people with their document security. Okay. Because right now, it's 2024, but the way we're sending encrypted files, it's still true password encryption.
Got it.
So it's still very old school, like in the 90s when WinZip first started. Okay. So we were thinking, what the hell are we doing here? It's like 2024 and we're still using passwords, and the thing is, do you know that password was like 86%? It was the key reasons, 86% that drives attacks against credentials.
Wow, 86%, guys, 86.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, right? So out of the 3,000 breaches that we had last year, 86 was due to compromised credentials. It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So if you guys are like me, I forget my passwords all the time. So how do you guys eliminate that? What is different about your product when you guys are eliminating the use of passwords? How do you then unlock and encrypt files?
So basically what we did was we used the password that you always carry with you, which is your face. Right, with your face. So what we're doing is a new technology called biometric encryption. So what we do is we extract biometric data from your face. So we don't actually store any photos at all. So we just extract this data points. We hash it out like a string, and then we just use that as encryption key. in that sense. So you are always guaranteed that it's the right recipient at all times.
I see.
Yeah, so our technology is able to sniff out spoofs, right? For example, photos, videos, deepfakes, which is trending right now.
Deepfakes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
scary stuff, deepfakes, yeah.
absolutely, you know. So we make sure there's a live subject that's sitting in front of the camera. So we work with all kinds of devices as well. So ours is kind of like a SaaS platform where you just subscribe and you can start using our secured. Think of it like a pipeline to send sensitive documents out to any recipients.
Got it, got it. Very cool. So basically, the only way to hack your system is to be Nicolas Cage. I love Face Off, one of my favorite movies of all time. Shout out to Nicolas Cage. Right?
Absolutely,
Cool.
I love it too.
Awesome. Yes, great. So this sounds like a very fantastic product for product managers, for people who are using a lot of data, sensitive material, pretty much a la carte stuff for almost everybody who needs to encrypt and protect their
That's true. All businesses today, I think we can't run away from sensitive data. We have our customers' information, even our own employees' information in HR, right? So we do send them internally or externally a lot. So right now, you know, there's a rise in phishing emails where clickbaits are there and they store malware without you knowing it, and they take over your computers, or they do keyboard logging and that kind of stuff. So your password is really quite vulnerable in today's world. So we're trying to solve that kind of issue.
Fantastic. Identity, guys. And you mentioned subscription model. Is there a way to check it out, try it out for free, try before you buy kind of ish? What do you guys have? Yeah,
absolutely. So we do have a freemium model where you could just go online, you could sign up without a credit card for the free tier. So you could just try it and use it. It's for lifetime. So you could start sending encrypted documents out. Yeah, but with the paid tier, you get better security features, you get more encryption amount, you know, so, and more recipients. Yeah,
cool. Identity, check it out, guys. Fantastic, cool. Great. Level up. How are you feeling, my man?
Feeling kind of numb from the torso down.
Okay.
I hope that's
all right. So normally we slowly get in, get up to about shoulder level.
Right.
Let me know if you need to code red, jump out. Hopefully not. Okay, let me go in first, and then
you can show me how it's done.
Oh, just go straight in. Oh yeah,
it's like taking a bath. All right, all right, let's go. Whoosh, it's going everywhere.
Ooh. You all right?
Ooh. Yeah,
nice and cool. I mean, that will. If that doesn't knock the jet lag out, I don't know what will.
Right? I think I'm gonna lose sleep for the next 3 days.
Okay. So you'll go back to the US very well versed and time ready.
Absolutely, cool. I gotta carry this top wherever I go. Then.
Cool. Well, question number 2 that we have for you, Kelvin. You mentioned you run 6 companies, right? And done mostly APAC across the globe. What was it like for you running the business now in the US compared to Asia? Like, what are some of the nuances, cultural differences? How do you find the difference between doing business here in APAC and the US?
Yeah, so I think the key thing is the cost of doing business in US is a lot more than what people expect. So doing business there is more expensive, a lot more expensive. So I think founders tend to underestimate the cost of doing business there, because doing business in Asia in generally is much cheaper.
Okay.
And then when they get over there, when they start hiring consultants and that kind of stuff to help with compliances, you know, they kind of get a shock, like, wow, is this expensive? And I've not budgeted for it. So that is one big difference.
Yep.
I think the other key difference is compliance. We really have to understand what's the local compliance that's different between Asia and there. So this is something that founders tend to not notice at the very beginning. They just jump in head first with launches and products, and then they realize that, oh shit, there's a ton of compliances that I have to do as well. So likewise, for what we're doing, we're in the security space. There's a lot of compliances that we have to adhere to as well. So there's something that we have to get it out of the way. Because if you don't have these compliances, clients would just be worried sick about it.
Yeah. Speaking of calls, shout out to Sherry from last season, last episode, who has Pete, who helps with everything finance related. So cost, compliance, so obviously homework being done before going to a new market when it comes to obviously what you need to spend, how much you need to bring with you, and knowing local legislation and regulations is quite key, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. With that, so what would you say is some of the top 3 advice that you would give to founders looking to do what you're doing, meaning taking their business not just to the US but new markets, right? Obviously you mentioned cost, compliance, outside of that, what do you think founders should focus on and prioritize? First three main or the three main areas.
Right. So first thing, shout out to all the founders who are looking to expand to the US. It's a courageous move. Singapore is small. It's always a good choice to go to US, but do know what you're heading towards. So the three advice I would say, well, of course, one is if you're going to be there, you're going to do business there. You're going to spend a considerable amount of time there. So try to be prepared to spend some time there, living there, before you even start anything, because you're going to spend there away from the comfort of your home, right? So you want to make sure that you're able to do it in the first place, you're able to experience it, because life is going to be really different in the US compared to in Asia. That's one. The second one is, once you're there, build up your support system. When I mean support system, it could be your friends or people or network that you're comfortable with there, you know. So it really helps you, because journey as a founder is really lonely. So you don't want to, so, and the worst thing is now you're away from family, right? So you really want to have friends that supports you there. So I was quite lucky when I was in the US. I met this group of founders. They're local Americans, but they have this co-working space where we just meet up every Friday, you know, and we catch up and support each other in what we do. So this is always like, this is kind of like a bedrock for me when I was in the US for that. So, and the last thing is, of course, try to enjoy your time there, try to network as much as you can, join every tech events in the US, in New York or in San Francisco. There's so many tech events that's going on, much more than what's happening in Asia. So tap on them there, because you never know where the next connection might lead to. You could have investors that could be standing among the mist, you know. They used to do that a lot. So you never know who you're going to meet, frankly.
Some great advice, Kelvin. I think it's helpful, and you know, I think the advice you shared, not just for founders here locally, it definitely resonates with founders everywhere, right? And I think a focus on your support system, community, your time, and of course, family, right? And that leads me to the next question, which is the most important thing to focus on, which is yourself, right? You as a founder, you're doing so many different things. You're getting pulled hundreds of directions. You running businesses, I mean, it's insane. 6 businesses in different time zones. Forget about the support, forget about the time, family aside. What do you do for yourself? Meaning, how do you focus on your physical and mental wellness? How do you take care of yourself?
So having different things going on in different time zones, you really need to have, first thing, team members. So shout out to my team, you know. They are the ones who anchor my work.
Identity team. Great job.
So they anchor my work wherever I am, you know. So if I'm in the US, they are here to make sure that, hey, Kelvin, you have nothing to worry about in Singapore. So to have really strong team members, empower them, right? So that's one key thing. And secondly, when you're overseas, when you're moving between time zones, the key thing is to have a very structured routine. So you set for yourself, if you're going to have a call when you're in Asia, having a call in the US, you know what time you got to work till in Asia. You don't like work all the way through like 5 a.m. You're just going to burn yourself out. So set a time limit. So use calendar apps, you know, where you can set the right time and put it into a structured routine where your body get used to it, like in the ice bath, you know. So
is it helping?
I hope so. It's getting warmer.
Well, tell me tomorrow. Yeah, it's getting warmer. Good.
Or maybe the sun is coming out.
Yes, hopefully it's helping.
So I think these are the key points. And of course, when you're overseas, try to exercise. I think that's one thing that founders don't do. When we're in the US, you know, I actually brought my dumbbell to the US, you know. So I make sure, so it's weird, you know, you go through security and I'm like, what is this, you know, are you hiding a weapon in there, you know? So bring something along that makes you feel at home. You do your same exercise routine, you run as much as you can, sweat it out. I think these are just common logic, you know, people don't do it. You know?
I mean, it sounds like it is great advices, and Yadavan always preaches stay consistent, right? So obviously we're working out consistency, having a good team support you is consistency. You know, obviously consistency on top of all the things that you said is definitely helpful for both your physical and mental wellness, right? So guys, take care of yourselves, stay consistent. Now, as with SIDE Chat tradition, our previous founder has left a question for you, and we'll also have you leave a question for the next ex-founder. Her question just came from Sherry from Peak. She wants to know what was the best piece of advice that you have ever received.
That's a good one. Yeah, so I would say this is something that I've received and I've given to other founders as well. I think this is really good piece of advice, which is try to bring yourself out of the whirlwind of operations as a founder. So because if you're always in the whirlwind of operation, and when I mean whirlwind of operation, it's like doing the operational stuff, making calls, following up, doing sales, that kind of stuff, the grind, right?
Yeah.
So as a founder, yes, inevitably you have to do it, but try to bring yourself out of it as fast as possible.
Got it.
Try to set up the system, the team that can cover this part of the process for you, so that when you're out of the whirlwind, you're able to see further.
Okay.
You're able to know where you're bringing your company to. You're able to see, hey, what's the bigger value I could bring to the company rather than doing the grind, right? So I've used that a lot throughout my entrepreneurial journey. So I've spoken to a few first-time founders as well. That's something that I share with them because I find that it's greatly helpful.
Great. I mean, clearly it's been working. It's the sixth time, right? So usually some people say second, third time is a charm, but sixth time it's working. So great advice, guys.
Thanks.
Focus on the important areas, operation, take a step back, trust the people around you, right? Great, awesome, fantastic advice. So again, with SIDE Chat tradition, what is the question you would like to give to our next guest? Well, I don't know. I have no idea what it is. So.
Yeah, well, you could try it first for member partners as well.
Okay.
I'll just share this to you first.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you were to pick a mascot for your company, for member partners, a mascot, all right? Which fictional character, yep, fictional character that you'll pick as a mascot and why?
Yeah, so next founder, next guest, Kelvin's question to you is which fictional character would you pick that resonates with you and your brand?
Or to all the viewers out there.
All the viewers, think about it. Yeah, that'd be a fantastic homework, guys. Cool. Kelvin, won't keep you cold for much longer. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming out to SIDE Chats. Enjoy your time back in Singapore. I know that you'll be going back home soon. But yeah, all the best of luck to you identically. And guys, thank you for tuning in. See you when I see you. And then, Kelvin, all the best.
Thanks so much, man. It's really fun to be here.
Cool. Let's get out.
Let's go.
Oh.